Well, if you've ever had to wait for a long time for a bus, standing outside on a cold, wet morning, you might relate to my next guest.
I'm Gio. I live in the South End suburbs of Ottawa, Riverside South. Every day I commute 19 kilometers from Riverside South to downtown Ottawa for work. What's typically a 30-minute drive by car can at times be a 1 hour and 10-minute transit commute. OC Transpo, the City of Ottawa's transit agency, serves Riverside South with one main bus line, the 99, which heads in two directions, one north and one south. Because of this, the 99 is a really important bus line to get people around. But it has a problem. It's incredibly unreliable. Not only are the 99 buses often late, they sometimes don't even show up.
That was a clip from a new documentary. It's called Dude, Where's My Bus? Gio Petti is the filmmaker behind it, and he joins us now to tell us more about the film. Hi, Gio.
Hi, good morning.
You were supposed to be in studio here with us. What happened?
Well, let me just say I missed my bus.
Oh, no. Seriously?
So it's the never-ending epitome. So I've thanks to the magic of the phone line, I'm able to connect through there. So.
Okay. All right. Why did you want to make a doc about OC Transpo?
Well, it really stemmed from this frustration of, as when you watch, if you'll see in the documentary, of you account for your time. Okay, the bus is going to come at this time. It's going to get me to work at this point, and you go out and you wait for it, and you wait and you wait and you wait, and it never shows up. And unfortunately, I had this breaking point where I just realized to myself, this is just insanity. I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting. And I just decided, well, I can't change OC Transpo myself. And I decided, well, what skills do I have? Well, I can make a video about it. So I started talking to various people about it. And it led me down this rabbit hole of OC Transpo's history. And here's where we are today.
I want to talk more about this breaking point. Was it a missed appointment, late for a date, missed a meeting? What happened?
Well, it was a mix of two things. It was, of course, around winter time. I was just outside, and I think I missed two buses. Well, two buses were supposed to come, and they didn't come. And I think it was like, -5, -7 weather. I was incredibly cold. And again, I know it could be worse temperature wise. I was just thinking that you can't have someone waiting out here, expecting, and I think it was also another mix of getting a review at work, and they said one of the things I needed to improve on was my punctuality. And I was like, well, I would love to if, the buses would come on time. So
it's funny because my kids got their report cards this week, and there were a number of tardiness notations on their report card.
Oh.
And I sort of confronted the kids with this, and they said, "It's OC Transpo, Mom." And they're not wrong, but okay. But let's set that aside. So you said you went down this rabbit hole. You were talking to folks. What did you discover when you started digging?
Well, the thing, I used to assume that this issue was just segregated to my suburb and other suburbs in the city, just because the main clientele of OC, you'd assume that they want to just serve the downtown, the larger areas. But talking to so many people made me realize that this thing of buses not coming is such a common issue, and so many people have to deal with it. And it's really opened my eyes to why we've seen why we've seen like so many people have lost faith in it. It's just the transit doesn't work for people, and so many people are just have to rely on getting their license and driving a car, which I don't think is a perfect solution at all, because I know a huge issue in Ottawa is traffic, and we talk about that there's too many cars on the road. It's just sad.
I'm wondering, when you approached people to be part of your documentary, did they jump all over it? I mean, were people eager to talk about it?
It's a mix. There were some people who were very eager. There were some people who I had to talk to convince a little. And then there's some people who I was a bit upset about, that it was kind of like this whole strung along process, and then eventually they just weren't interested in the end. But I am very happy with all the participants who were able to talk in it. They provided some great insights and stuff that, I feel like if you wouldn't get from the stuff that you couldn't find on your own. So
I enjoyed this part of the doc where you sort of tease out or unpack the difference between performance and reliability. That was a bit of an eye opener to me.
Oh yes, that surprised me too, because I remember I was the person who unpacked that was Riley Brockington, who's a member of the Transit Chair Board. And I remember when he brought that up, my mind was like, oh, that's it. That's why. Because that's a really big piece of the puzzle to why a lot of the time these buses continuously will be late, because they are marked on performance and not the reliability
and what's
of actually
the difference
getting
for
there
listeners?
on time. So performance means the bus makes the trip. So it means that even if the bus is a half hour late, that means it's completed the trip, and OC Transpo can successfully say that trip has been made. So performance is a very high metric as far as bus statistics go, while reliability is if the bus actually makes it on time, if it actually gets to your stop when it's supposed to. And if it was marked on that, it would be very low. So,
I'm wondering, Gio, what you've been thinking, if you've been hearing this debate we're having this week and last week and coming, it's not done yet, about the proposed transit fare hikes to try and address the $120 million gap.
Well, it's sad for me. I was sad because I had a cutoff date when making this. So I was quite surprised that after my cutoff date, like just a few days later, all this gets revealed, and I knew I couldn't put it in. I tried to fit it in, but it is really unfortunate. I hope though that even if we're getting a fare hike, that does mean the service. I do hope the service does improve, though. Maybe that's just wishful thinking. That might not happen, but I really hope that that even if these raises in prices does not mean cuts to service. And I really think that if you're building reliable transit, if you just make the transit work, it will be the better option. People will choose that option, and maybe we'll get out of this deficit. Again, wishful thinking, but
Gio, it's interesting. I love the footage from the old days, so to speak, from the glory days of OC Transpo in the 80s.
Yes.
Thank you. Congratulations on the doc. Thanks so much.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
That's Gio Petti, the director of Dude, Where's My Bus? The doc is out today. You can find it on YouTube. You just have to search the film's title. 5 minutes before 7 o'clock, John Hancock, whose birthday was yesterday.